Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to Allotment of the Dead. I can't handle him. Right, so today is the day I'm going to put my garlic out. So it is October 31st, Halloween, ideal time to put the garlic in, really. You want to try and pick a day when it's not too wet and the ground isn't too kind of soggy to put it in. And hopefully you want to pick a bit of area of ground that's not going to be waterlogged for any duration, because you don't want the cloves to basically rot in the ground. You want to be able to stick them in a place where it's got quite a bit of sun, but also that it's going to be exposed to that frost. The thing about garlic is they do need the frost to actually split the cloves, split the bulb into cloves. Otherwise you just end up with one great big bulb. So I'm planning on planting my garlic today. I think you probably see about a year ago now, must be about that now, when I put them in last time, and I did get quite a good crop. Chose 4 different varieties from when I went to Malvern back in September. So again, I've picked up another 4 varieties, again from slightly different place from when I bought last time, different stall I think, but still really good quality cloves, and I'll put them basically in the ground today. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Right. Okay, so this is the area I've chosen to put the garlic in. This was the area I had my beans last year, and I've been down this morning and I've just literally dug this entire area over. Just goes to show this time of year is really fantastic, really good times to dig if you're going to dig. The ground isn't so waterlogged, hopefully, that you're going to find it difficult with each fork load to actually take the stuff out. And the weeds, generally most of your annual weeds will have died off at this point, although you probably wouldn't have guessed that if you'd looked at the area I grew my tomatoes last year. I think I've still got that to dig, and it's going to be probably a little bit more difficult than this area. But the other thing about when you're digging the ground at the moment is that if you dig at this time of year, you're going to be turning over the ground. You're going to be exposing the soil to the frosts and the cold weather that's coming in, and that helps to break the ground up, helps to basically improve your ground, improve your soil. It gets a bit of air into the system. The other good thing about the way I've done this today as well is a lot of people would have probably had an area like this with barely any weeds on it, and they've just thrown the rotavator over it. That can be a massive mistake. Reason being is because in this particular area, especially where the sweet peas were last year, I've had a lot of the bindweed. So bindweed grows basically everywhere. And the thing about it is, if you break a bit off, and it does break very, very easy, that bit there is enough to make a new bindweed plant. Related to the sweet potato, but this is not a particular plant that you want. This area here, and it's probably only really this small area right next to where the bath is that's had majority of the spaghetti. So these are all roots of bindweed. If I'd have basically put a rotavator over this area, it would have spread all of those bits of roots of bindweed everywhere, and I would have ended up with probably 10 times more bindweed than I could cope with. So this is basically where I'm going to plant them then. So I've got all the weeds out that I can, and these are the absolutely lovely garlic that we're going to plant. So what we need to do is split the cloves, split the bulb into separate cloves, and then put them in the ground. So this one here is Violet de Cadours. So this one did really well for me last year. It did, unfortunately, break a little bit, split into probably further than it should have gone. So when you're separating these, what you want to do is you can leave all the skin on, that's fine. These cloves are going to be quite big, but what you want to try and do is not damage this root base here. Separating them isn't always as easy as it could be, so separate them into separate cloves. The smell of garlic here now is absolutely gorgeous. These are really quite large cloves as well, so that's really good. Gives them a good start to their growth. There's some smaller ones as well. So this, the way that the cloves have actually grown, this is because it's basically been given that cold weather. So that cold weather has enabled them to split into these separate cloves. Right. So the next thing you want to do is literally get your trusty hori or trowel or wherever you want to use. Put your trowel in. You only want about 4 centimeters or so. Pointy end up and the root base down. Push them in and then cover them up. Now give yourself a line, makes it a lot easier. Now I'm putting these probably about 6 inches apart, basically purely so that you can kind of know. Oh, I think I've lost that one. Oh no, there it is. Purely so you can know which is the plant and which is grass and things like that, because I do have a little bit of couch grass and stuff growing in this area. Okay, so like I say, really simple job this. It's a beginner's gardening vegetable. Anybody can really plant garlic. It's not something I was planting too readily from year to year, but after my success with it last year, I think I had quite a bit of success with it. I thought I'll give it another go. So yeah, this year I've planted it on Halloween to keep the vampires away. Right. Okay, got a few left, so I'm going to just put them slightly forward of this line. Okay, one more. Okay, so that's the first row planted. Make sure that you label them. So this one's Violet de Cadours. There we go, all nicely labelled. And then what we'll do is we'll move this back probably about 6 inches or so, and then we'll do the next one. Right, I'm not going to show you the entire lot. Once you've planted one row, everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. So what I'll do after this, just give them a bit of a water in, and then this is one of those particular plants that looks after itself most of the time. So all you got to do is wait for the little shoots to pop up. You can give them a feed every so often, kind of chicken fertilizer, that sort of thing. But most of the time they'll just basically just get on and grow and do what they need to do. So then we'll be kind of waiting till kind of June time, hopefully, and when we'll have a look, see whether any can be harvested at that point. So I'm going to get on, finish the rest of this garlic planting, and then we'll we'll go home then, I think, and we'll get some nice Halloween food. Right, so garlic planting today. All the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.